everybody? Mike Berg, bringing you my progress report after 4 weeks in the Del Monte protein. We'll keep this short and sweet. Still doing the carb backloading thing, so super low carb before the workout, working out in the afternoon, slamming high GI carbs all night long. High glycemic index carbs, pounding them. Been experimenting somewhere between 400 and 600 grams. Right around 450 to 500 seems to be the sweet spot for me. So that's what we'll be working on this week. Closer to that 600 mark, I wake up a little bit bloated, carrying a little extra water, so that tells me to drop it down a little bit. So we'll let you know how that goes on the next progress update. But what's happened in the last week? Gained an extra 3.5 pounds. I've gained some size on my arms. Again, finally, love to see that because those are the slowest to grow body part for me. Waist size increased by 1/8 of an inch, which is pretty negligible. Honestly, I think that has more to do with me training abs at an increased frequency now, at least five times a week, whereas for the first 2 or 3 weeks, I was doing them 4 times a week. So I can tell the abs are more solid. Not really worried about fat gain at this point. The last time I was 208 pounds, which is where I'm at now, I had nowhere near this size in the chest and shoulders. So everything's going awesome. Growing great, loving the carb backloading. One of the facets of the carb backloading is to train in the afternoon. The afternoon to early evening is really the sweet spot for training. So somewhere between like 2:30 to 8:30. Now there's going to be a little bit of individual variability, and this assumes that you are following like a normal sleep-wake cycle. You sleep when it's dark, you're awake during the day. But essentially, the benefits of training in that sweet spot between about 2:30 to 8:30, there's a couple reasons. Number one, muscle hypertrophy signaling is increased in the afternoon versus the morning. So you're more likely to be able to hypertrophy / build muscle. So that makes it a pretty easy decision. Second thing is your core body temperature is increased in the afternoon and early evening versus in the morning. And what that means is that you've got improved tissue stress distribution. So you're gonna get more tension in your musculature, less tension in your joints. So easier to build muscle, less strain on the joints, no brainer. So because of that improved tissue stress distribution, your flexibility is better, your strength is better, and your power is better. So it probably doesn't surprise you that most sports records are set in the early evening. Since I've started the backloading, I've started training in that sweet spot, whereas before I was training at like 12:30 or 1. And I can tell you without a doubt, it's made an incredible difference for me. I've added like 25, 30 pounds on deadlifts. All the workouts feel easier while I'm doing them. I'm not as fatigued in the gym, but I'm getting much more sore after the workout. So that's telling me that my muscles are contracting harder, even though it doesn't necessarily feel like I'm exerting myself more. So there's definitely a benefit then to training in the afternoon. What if you can't train in the afternoon? What if your schedule dictates that you have to train in the morning or some other time that's not between 2:30 and 8:30? 2 things to do. Number 1, take caffeine before the workout. Number 2, always train at that time so your body becomes used to it. Obviously, if you're going to train like right before bed, caffeine's probably not going to be an option for you. But always remember that even though training between 2:30 and 8:30 is optimal, what's optimal is not always realistic. And just because you're doing something that's not optimal doesn't mean that you can't get awesome results doing it. So do the best you can. If you're enjoying this content, make sure to subscribe to the channel below. Please leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. If you have questions, I'd be happy to answer and address those for you. And you can check out my Facebook fan page, facebook.com/Mike Berg Fitness. I post more nutrition and exercise tips there too to get you to your goals fast. All right, well, look out for my next update. Let you know how this whole carb backloading thing is going. Now that I've got things adjusted a little better, I expect, obviously, better results. So one day at a time. We'll see you guys soon. Train hard. Have a great day.